Test 1 2, test 1 2. Good evening and welcome to Provo High School for tonight's big Region 7 showdown between the Corner Canyon Chargers traveling down here to Provo Bulldog Stadium. It's a big Region 7 game as there is just one game that separates these two teams. Corner Canyon coming in at 3-2 in region, one game ahead of Provo, who is 2-3. Last week, Provo coming in off of a loss against Alta High School, losing 56-37, a game in which they trailed 56-16 and then scored 3 touchdowns late. And the Chargers, of course, with a big win at Timpview on the road, upsetting the Timpview Thunderbirds 19-10. We're all set to go here at Provo as the kickoff is underway. And the Chargers are going to start out on defense. Corner Canyon actually won the toss and deferred to the second half, so Provo elected to take the football, and they will start it out here 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Well, let's keep an eye on a couple of players tonight for Provo. First off, Ty Jones, the 6'4", 205-pound senior wide receiver. He's number 8. He has over 1,000 yards receiving this year, so 44 catches, 1,094 yards, and 12 touchdowns. As the Chargers batted down right off the bat, that's Mikey Petty getting in there on the end.
Jorgensen's pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback for Provo is Spencer Jorgensen. He has 2,087 yards passing this year, 17 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. And you could see right off the bat there, they were trying to go to their guy, Ty Jones. Chargers defensively are going to try to match up Connor Ebling on him as often as possible. You see Connor Ebling, number 7, heading up to pick up Jones. And then they're going to rely heavily on Dalton Hagan in the safety spot to try to help on plays over the top. As here's a run up the middle, and in on the play there is Dylan Roberts. And Dylan Roberts, we should mention, is 2 tackles away from tying the school record of tackles in a season. And with that tackle, now he's 2 away from breaking the school record. Of course, Gage Karchner, one of the Charger greats from a couple of years ago, had 91 tackles, and Dylan Roberts is chasing that down and should pass that record tonight. Of course, Roberts, the inside linebacker here for the Charger defense. As we go 3rd down here, here's a pass outside to a wide open wide receiver on the end. That looks like it was number 9, Tavita Ika.
Jorgensen's pass is complete.
And that's going to be a first down. Jorgensen right on the money there. Move the chains, and Provo with a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. So defensively tonight, let's keep an eye on the 2 ends. Mikey Petty with 17 sacks on the season, already a school record for single season and career. And on the other end, we have Caden Wright, who has 13.5 sacks, and he's about 2 sacks away from being number 2 all-time. Here's a handoff outside. You can see Roberts in pursuit there. Oh, and they turn it into a nice gain, able to get outside there. Tavita Ika with the carry there. And it looks like that'll be another Provo Bulldog first down. Chargers electing to kick off. So their defense needs to step up here and put a stop to this Provo offense. This offense is as good of offense as we will see this year. Of course, Alta next Wednesday's got a pretty good offense too, so this defense will be tested 2 straight games. .11:05 to go, no score here first quarter. Provo taking the opening kickoff, and the 1st and 10 here at the 49. Here's Jorgensen batting a pass. He's looking deep, and he's got Ty, and that's going to actually be a touchdown for Provo. So they waste no time going to Ty Jones, and Ty Jones takes it for 51 yards on the touchdown grab, and the Bulldogs out to an early 6-0 lead. And that's a matchup you're going to want to keep an eye on all night because Ty Jones absolutely torched this Charger defense last year. And he starts out tonight with a 51-yard touchdown pass. We mentioned last year, Ty Jones had 6 catches, 178 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And just in that one, he's got 51 yards. So 10:56 to go, first quarter. Provo strikes first. We'll be back. Welcome back to Provo High School, where the Provo Bulldogs have jumped out to an early 7-0 lead, and they're about to kick off here. Charger defense giving up 74 yards of offense on that opening drive, and Ty Jones capping it with a 51-yard touchdown there. As the Chargers are now deep to receive, looks like we're going to have a touchback. Man, that's unbelievable kick there. Peyton Richards fielded it on the back end line there. So Chargers will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Again, the Chargers beating Timpview last week, 19-10. In that game, Zach Wilson, 16 of 23, 235, and 2 touchdowns. Colton Lawson, player to watch here for the Chargers on offense, had 6 catches, 131 yards, and a touchdown. And tonight, I think the run game will be much more important as Ty Gonzalez was held to just 60 yards against that Timpview front line there. They were pretty big in the middle. And they go immediately to Ty Gonzalez on the outside, and he is brought down for about a 3-yard loss. Just a basic, simple play there. Gonzalez was lined up to the right of Wilson, went into motion, and they kicked it out to him, and he was hit immediately.
Plenty of food in the snack shack. Don't be hesitant. Help support Provo High football team.
So it'll be 2nd down and 13 here. On the season, Zach Wilson with 1,800 yards passing, 14 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. He's a dual threat. He also has 431 yards on the ground and a touchdown. And right here, he's looking to throw over the middle. He's got Hayden Borg, and Hayden Borg bounced off 2 guys and brought down at the 43-yard line. So nice game there by the Chargers, about a 26-yard gain. And the Chargers desperately need to respond to that opening drive. But Hayden Borg just basically wide open up the middle there. And a nice pass by Zach Wilson. They'll actually mark it at the 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Chargers. Again, Chargers trailing 7-0. As Wilson hands it off up the middle, it'll be, looks like a short gain there by Jason Adams. Coach Eck told me that Ty Gonzalez and Jason Adams would be kind of splitting time tonight, and each of them will be getting a lot of action, a lot of carries. And it looks like it'll be 2nd and 8 from where they marked the ball there. Here's Wilson over the middle, wide open is David Grostic. And I talked to David Grostic earlier, and he told me he was going to get a lot of action over the middle, and that's exactly what he got right there. And he's going to move the chains for a 1st down. Last year, the run game Zach Wilson had 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions, 202 yards. But Provo beat Corner Canyon up in Draper 27-18. We mentioned earlier that the 2 teams are just 1 game apart in the standings. This is really a must-win for the Chargers. As Zach Wilson looks left, and now he's going to run. and able to pick up maybe 4 yards on the carry there on the keeper. Want to mention some bad news for Charger fans. We did find out that Easton Peterson is out for the season. So tonight, in his absence, Mark De La Cruz gets the starting nod at the center position. To the left of him will be Cade Kanapis and Dylan Robson on the left side of the line. And over to the right, Kingsley Holiday and Landon Wicherski. And, of course, Adam Chandler will be the tight end tonight. Chargers now with 2nd down and about 6. Here's Wilson on the keeper, and he is brought down immediately in the backfield. A nice tackle there by, I think that was number 7, Tassi Lesa.
Tassi Lesa. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to want to be.
Sounds like the PA guy pronounced it Lesa, so I'll try to adjust to that. But it's going to be now 3rd down. That's a loss of about 2, so we'll call it 3rd down and 7 here. Big 3rd down play here for the Charger offense. Again, we have not called Colton Lawson's number yet. He's a big factor on this Charger offense. In fact, he's wide open, but Zach Wilson missed him. And now coming back across, Wilson tried to hit Adam Chandler, but the ball was overthrown. It's too bad. I think Wilson was in trouble there early on, and he had Colton Lawson wide open and just missed him right there because he was scrambling for his life in the backfield. And it's going to be 4th down for the Chargers here. 7:42 to go. Provo 7, Corner Canyon 0. So there's Jacob Johnston doing the punting duties, and he waited an awful long time and then squibbed the kick straight out of bounds. And that kick is going to be about a 7-yard punt. He was trying to let the coverage get downfield, and you could see him just kind of running around. And then when he went to kick it, he just completely squibbed it off the side of his foot. So Provo's going to take over at the 34-yard line.
10-yard punt.
Man, that's not the way the Chargers wanted to start out. This is a big game tonight. Well, we'll get our second look at Provo on offense. Hopefully the Charger D can step up here. As here's a QB draw, a little bit of room to run here on the outside. And that's Cooge trying to run him down. And then finally he is brought down about the 39. Spencer Siemens finally able to bring him down after Cooge kind of tripped him up there. And it looks like it'll be about a gain of 5 yards. So 2nd down and 5 for Provo.
5-yard gain by Jorgensen.
You could see him just running outside, and Spencer Siemens doing a nice job coming up and making the play there at about the 39-yard line. 7 minutes to go here, first quarter. And here's a run on the outside, a little bit of room to get outside. And Mark Rockwood able to finally make the tackle.
To the left side.
It's going to be close to a Provo 1st down. That was Tavita Ika again on the outside there. Trying to see where they're marking the football. So he's well short of the 1st down. I thought he was a little further upfield, but they actually went out of bounds at the 42.
3rd down.
For some reason, I was looking at it like it was the 47, so I thought it was going to be a 1st down, but it was actually well short. It's going to be 3rd down and a long 2 right here. Big defensive play right here for the Charger defense. They need to step up and make something happen. Again, looks like they've got Connor Ebling up tight on Ty Jones with help on the back. And they're going to get a 1st down on that play and a little bit more.
And Jorgensen on the keeper.
Spencer Jorgensen able to pick up the 1st down for Provo. On the season, Spencer Jorgensen has 288 yards running, also 3 touchdowns on the ground. He's a little bit of a dual threat, but likes to throw more than run. But he's able to use his legs there to pick up a 1st down, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 48. As you see Dylan Grange running in right now. And under pursuit of Sean Stockwell, able to get rid of the football. And he's got Ty Jones. Jones with room to run, and he's tripped up right there. Nice tackle by Blake Emery. And he may have just saved a touchdown right there with that little tackle. Good job by Blake Emery.
First down.
Blake Emery coming into tonight's game with 27 tackles, so he's not afraid of making tackles back there in the safety spot where he's actually playing the trying to see where they're lining him up. He's actually lined up on the line right now as a corner. Looks like there might have been a false start there. They're going to blow the play dead. Right now, all Provo, Spencer Jorgensen just picking this Charger defense apart. And I think we're going to have a false start there. We do. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 15.
False start. Sets the Bulldogs back 5 yards.
I actually think that might have been Ty Jones left just a little bit too early. I was trying to figure out who it was that moved, and it might have actually been a wide receiver. Well, it'll be 1st and 15. They bring Tavita Ika out of the backfield, so he actually only has 181 yards on the ground this year, but he's got 454 yards and 4 touchdowns as a wide receiver. As they do another QB keeper, this time the Charger defense not fooled. Sean Stockwell in there on the tackle, and Blake Emery was also in there, but Sean Stockwell stepping up right there where they needed a big play. Stockwell with 51 tackles and 6 sacks on the season. Where they're marking, it looks like no gain, so we'll call it 2nd and 15. They might have even lost a tiny bit, maybe a foot. But 2nd and 15, Chargers trailing, 5 minutes to go here, first quarter. As there's a nice pass to the outside. That ball's, let's see, that's complete to number 23, Nick Stoddard.
Jorgensen's pass is complete to number 23.
And they pick up a little bit of that yardage for about 7, so it's going to be 3rd down and 8 right here. Again, big 3rd down here for the Charger defense. They need to step up and stop this offense. Keep wanting to call Caden Wright and Mikey Petty's name. Neither one of them with a sack tonight, and this is going to be a game where they're going to be needed because Provo throws the ball a lot. It looked like Spencer Jorgensen was a little late getting the call there, so they're getting low here on the play clock. And a wide open receiver, but short of the first down. That's actually number 23, Nick Stoddard, again on the catch.
Pass is complete.
And we'll see what Provo's going to do here at the 32-yard line. It's 4th and 4. Right now they're showing that they're going to go for it, but we'll wait and see what they do.
Brings up a 4th down.
I would not be at all surprised to see them try to go to Ty Jones here on a big play. As here comes Spencer Jorgensen running the play back in. He went to the sideline to kind of talk to the coaches and find out what they wanted him to do here, but they are going to go for it. So 4th and 4. Big play in this game early on for the Charger D. We'll see how they respond. And there's actually a false start on the right side of the line. That's a tough break if you're a Provo Bulldog. Number 55, Bryke Heidemann, just came rocking up out of that spot on the offensive line. And that 5-yard penalty means the Provo Bulldogs are going to be forced to kick. You wonder if they were going to go with a hard count or if they were actually going to go for it. But we're not going to get to find out after the penalty. Provo will have to punt at the 37 here. Looks like they've got Jason Adams back. It's a bad snap, and nice job by the Charger D. They're going to take over at the 48-yard line. And I think it was Mikey Petty that came in there. There's going to be a flag after. I'm not sure what they're going to call there.
Corner Canyon takes over.
And actually, you know what I think? I think it was Sean Stockwell that came right up the middle. I don't have any idea what the flag is, but Sean Stockwell came straight up the middle and was able to just take out the punter. And it looks like the personal foul was called on Provo, so that's another break for the Chargers. First, the botched snap on the punt, and now a 15-yard penalty. And just like that, the Chargers will take over on about the 38. We'll see where they mark it. He's going to actually mark it at the 37-yard line. Wow, what a break for the Chargers. We'll see if their offense can convert that into points. I'm looking over to my left, and there's a helicopter hovering. I wonder if that's the KUTV News helicopter coming and just getting a little bit of a piece of the game. They usually do that. As Zach Wilson looks downfield as Colton Lawson, and Lawson brings it in at about the 21-yard line. That'll be a Charger first down.
down to about the 22.
And that helicopter just kind of hovering over here by one of the buildings.
Jackson Tronson.
You saw Zach Wilson kind of pump and then came right back and went to Colton Lawson. And a nice big gain there. Chargers now 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. And a short run there. In fact, I take it back. That is not Channel 2. That's actually a Life Flight helicopter. I did not realize we are across the street from the hospital, so the Life Flight helicopter is actually landing across the street. But anyway, back to football. Second down and 8, Chargers here on the 20-yard line. Chargers have had some success so far throwing the ball to Colton Lawson. This time an end around to David Grostic, and he's brought down at about the 16-yard line, where it will be 3rd down and 5. We do have a flag on the play. We'll see what they have here. Grostic just basically went into motion, took the ball on about the 24 and ran upfield to the 16. Real curious to see what they're going to call here. It looks like it's going to be against Provo. Oh, it is another personal foul, so that's going to be an automatic 1st down for the Chargers. And 2 personal fouls here by Provo. Last week at Timpview, we saw about 8 of them. Well, actually, two of them were unsportsmanlike calls on the sideline. But another Charger break. Provo shooting themselves in the feet right here, as the Chargers have 1st and goal at about the 8-yard line, and an opportunity to tie this game up with 2:43 to go in the first quarter. Looks like Ty Gonzalez in the backfield here. And Zach Wilson going to keep it around the right side, and not able to get outside. He's going to be brought down at about the line of scrimmage. That was a QB draw all the way. They had Colton Lawson lined up to the right of the top of your screen there, and they were just basically using him as a blocker. And Zach Wilson was unable to get outside.
Pizza combo, hot dog combo, $5.
Tackle made by KJ Jarvis for Provo.
Candy bars, Powerade is $2.
In fact, where they marked him out of bounds, it's a loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line. A great spot to throw that fade route to Colton Lawson. And Wilson in trouble in the back. He's able to scramble and get out of it. He's got a wide open Adam Chandler, but he was running from about 3 Provo guys. So Chandler was down in the end zone waving his arm, but Wilson unable to see him as he was in heavy pursuit by this Provo D.
Morgan.
I mean, Wilson was being chased by 2 or 3 Bulldogs. Almost a questionable late hit there that they did not call. Looked like Wilson got beamed kind of there at the end of the play. Well, so heading backwards now, 3rd and goal at the 15-yard line. We'll see what Zach Wilson's got. He's got Johnston up to the top. They're playing their safeties pretty deep right here as it is 3rd and goal. And actually intercepted. Jacob Johnston was open in the deep part of the end zone in the corner.
By Rivera.
Wilson decided to throw underneath, and the pass was picked off. Chargers giving away an opportunity right there. Looks like Branson Rivera on the interception there. Too bad for the Chargers as they turn the ball over right there. .103 to go first quarter, 7-0 Provo leads. And nice little run around the outside there. Brought down by Dalton Hagan. That was Tavita Ika once again. Where they mark it, it's going to be about 2nd and 7 right here. 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter and counting. Chargers looking lethargic here after the turnover. Defense going to need to step up again. Already had that break where they got the botched snap on the punt and then 2 personal fouls, but unable to capitalize and put points on the board. As here's a quick pass outside, pass complete right there. That's going to be enough for a Provo 1st down.
pass was complete to Stoddard.
And it looks
First
like that was
down.
thrown to Nick Stoddard on the outside
At the
there.
end of the quarter, we're going to pass that bucket around for help support.
So Stoddard was knocked out of bounds, but with the ball set, they're going to run the clock. That could be the last play of the first. We'll see if they're going to go. Nope, they're not. So at the end of the first quarter, the Provo Bulldogs lead 7-0. We'll be back. Welcome back to Provo High School, where the Bulldogs lead 7-0 over the Corner Canyon Chargers, and they are faced with a 1st and 10 here on their own 25. And here's a deep pass. He's got a man and just overthrew him. And Spencer Jorgensen just barely threw it past the fingertips. Trying to see who the wide receiver was, but they were taking a shot downfield there.
Bowl pizzas, $15. A dozen donuts.
Be 2nd down and 10 here on the 27-yard line.
$2. Krispy Kreme, $1, and churros while they last, $2.
So far, the only scoring a Ty Jones touchdown catch, 51 yards in the first quarter. That gave Provo a 7-0 lead, and that's where we stand right now. Just started the second quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And here's Spencer Jorgensen looking down. He's got a man, and it's caught and brought out of bounds. That is number 88, Kelton Berganini. I don't know how you say it. It's Bertangi, or even the announcer struggled with that name. Bertanini. As Provo now with a 1st down at the 42-yard line. So far, Spencer Jorgensen looking good, the senior quarterback for Provo, as he's going to throw the ball again. This time he's going to air one deep, but nobody's down there except for Mark Rockwood. And Rockwood had it go off of his fingertips. Great coverage there by Rockwood, and also Dalton Hagan was back. There is a flag on the play, and I think it's going to go against Provo. I see 2 of the Provo guys shaking their heads, so you can pretty much rest assured it's going to be a hold, and that's exactly what it is. Mark Rockwood had a great opportunity there to pick that pass off as it was thrown way over the intended receiver. But it just went through his hands, and with the penalty now, again, holding in high school is from the spot of the foul, so it's actually going to be a 12-yard penalty, and it'll be ball marked at the 30. It'll be 1st and 22, 11:23 to go here in the first quarter. And here's a reverse on the outside. He's got a little rim outside, but a nice job by Blake Emery shedding the block and getting outside. Actually, that's going to be a 3 or 2 yard loss. What a great job by Blake Emery. They had a blocker out front, and Blake Emery basically juked him and was able to make the play. Mikey Petty was running there with him, but that was a great play by Blake Emery. It'll be now 2nd down and about 25? They have to get up to the 48-yard line of Corner Canyon. And there we go. Oh, we missed him. That was Caden Wright, or Sean Stockwell, excuse me. And Cooge with a great tackle on the outside, bringing down Spencer Jorgensen. So the Chargers had a sack that I don't know what happened there. He had him, and then Cooge coming out of nowhere just brought him down at about the 28-yard line. What a great tackle. And it's going to be third down at about 24. But I'll tell you what, that was all Cooge right there, just hustling and making a fantastic tackle. Spencer Jorgensen was in big trouble right there, but we'll see what they do here. In fact, looks like Provo may call a timeout. And it is 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Provo 7, Corner Canyon 0. We'll be back. Welcome back to Provo High School. Off of the timeout, we'll see what Spencer Jorgensen and the Bulldogs have in store here as they face a 3rd and 24, despite what the scoreboard says. Spencer Jorgensen going to throw the ball here, and he's going to look deep, and that's Ty Jones. He's wide open, and Ty Jones is going to take it for another touchdown. Wow, unbelievable right there. 72-yard touchdown grab, and Ty Jones, they just threw it up, and Ty Jones able to dance down into the end zone, and Provo now leads 13-0. And the point after is good. I'm actually a little bit shocked right now because it was 3rd and 24, and getting beat over the top
with 9:51 left
is the Charger defense. That was a killer right there. 3rd and 24, and they score on a 72-yard touchdown. Ty Jones was, he was just on a dead sprint right there and outran everybody. And Chargers now trailing 14-0. Again, this team trailed Alta last week 56-12. Now, granted, they did have some turnovers last week, but that will give you some stats in that game. Jorgensen had 2 interceptions and 0 touchdowns. Wow. Or actually, I lied. That was against Timpview. Against Alta, he had 405 yards and 4 touchdowns, and Ty Jones had 3 of those, although much of that was late, as the kicker just blasts one all the way to the end line. Wow.
Jorgensen's kick is through the end zone. Corner Canyon takes over on their 20, first down.
Well, tough break for the Chargers there. They had an opportunity to get the ball back, and now they trail 14-0. Well, the Charger O needs to respond in a big way right here. Don't want to get in too big of a hole here. Still plenty of time to get back in this football game, but they got to put points on the board. As the Chargers run up the middle, it's going to be a short gain. As they're running the play in here. 9:28 to go, 14-0. Ty Jones with a 51-yard touchdown grab, followed by a 72-yard touchdown grab. So he is up to about 150 yards receiving already here and we are just starting the second quarter, 3 minutes in. He is a big-time wide receiver. And, of course, he was good last year up at Corner Canyon, too. Here's Zach Wilson looking outside. He's got Colton Lawson. Colton Lawson jukes outside, and Lawson down to about the 45-yard line of Provo. So big gain for the Chargers and a great way to respond after that last touchdown.
First down.
Although the Chargers need to take this one all the way down for points. You know, coming into the game, statistically, Ty Jones with 1,094 yards. He's now easily over 1,200. Colton Lawson not far behind. I'd say Colton with that grab is over 1,000. So in a lot of ways, these two offenses mirror each other. They both have quarterbacks that have good numbers, also dual threats that can run the football, and both teams have big-time wide receivers that can make plays, and we've already seen what Ty Jones can do. As, let's see, they're going to be a 2-yard loss. It'll be second down and 12. Here's Wilson looking left. He's got a man over the top, and it's caught by Johnston, and he almost broke it. But Johnston brought down at the 27-yard line. What a nice grab.
Pass is complete. Gives Corner Canyon a first down.
Nice pass by Zach Wilson over the top, and Johnston just had the one man to beat right there. He almost took it for a touchdown, but he was tripped up there at the 26. It'll be first and 10 as there's a whistle. Somebody's calling timeout. I'm not sure who. Provo doesn't like what they see on defense, so they're going to take a timeout. 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Provo 14, Corner Canyon 0. And we're back at Provo High School. Chargers trailing 14-0, but are driving here on the 26-yard line of the Bulldogs. Provo taking a timeout there. That's their second timeout of the half, so they just have one left. And Chargers with all three timeouts. Still 8 minutes to go here as Zach Wilson back to pass and having to run for his life there, and he's going to be brought out of bounds on the 36-yard line. Not what the Chargers wanted coming out of the timeout right there. As number 34, Joey Tolutau, I want to say his name right, Tolutau.
Joey Tolutau.
But a nice play by Tolutau as looks like they lost about, well, we'll say 10-yard loss there. It's going to be second and 20. Chargers desperately need to score some points here. As Zach Wilson with a great pass outside to Colton Lawson. Looked like they picked up 8 or 9. Did he call it incomplete?
Pass is complete.
Oh, they called it incomplete. Both me and the PA announcer thought that he caught it. But the official on the far side there said he was out of bounds when he caught it. So it's going to be now third down and 20, 21 maybe. Chargers have to get down to the 16-yard line for a first. So they got a long ways to go here at the 37. Here's Wilson under pressure again, and he's going to be brought down at the 35. So Zach Wilson was looking deep, did not have anybody to throw to.
Johnny Askell.
And then once he couldn't get rid of the football, pressure hit, and he had to run the football. So Chargers are going to have to punt, trailing 14-0 here in the first half. The last punt was kind of pooch. This one at least got up in the air, and it's going to be down on about the 14-yard line. Yeah, they're going to spot it at the 14-yard line. That ball was down by Brad Finley, so good hustle by Brad on the special teams. And Finley will down it at the 14, where Provo will take over 1st and 10, leading 14-0. Again, this game absolutely huge in the Region 7 standings. Provo will play at Timpanogos on Wednesday. Of course, the fall break here in Utah means all the teams will play on Wednesday. But Provo will be at Timpanogos, and Corner Canyon will host Alta. Alta ranked number 4 in the entire state by the Deseret News, and ranked number 3 in 4A behind East High and I'm trying to think who else is up there. Actually, Alta's number 2 because Timpview got beat. And there's a nice pass on the outside. That's going to be enough for a first down for Provo. I'll tell you what, Chargers are just getting picked apart big time on defense. They've really only had pressure on Spencer Jorgensen on that one play where they missed the sack, and then Cooch had to hustle and dive and tackle. Other than that, he's had a lot of time to throw the football. I thought going in tonight that our 2 defensive ends would make a living off of Spencer Jorgensen in the backfield, but so far, Mikey Petty and Caden Wright shut out on sacks. That's going to need to change if the Chargers are going to be in this football game, as there's another pass deep downfield. Oh, and he missed it. Right in the bad spot, right in the numbers. Kelton Bertonini, how did he drop that football? He was wide open at about the 38-yard line. And I jokingly said hit him in the bad spot, but really it was perfect. He just missed that football. So tough break for the Provo Bulldogs, good break for the Chargers. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 here at the 28-yard line. Tell you what, whoever's running the scoreboard down there is absolutely clueless. Every time I look up, they either have the ball marked on the wrong spot, this case the 38, and it's on the 28. As Provo pass incomplete, trying to hit Jones on the outside there.
Pass intended for number 8, Jones, is incomplete.
So they either have how many yards to go is wrong, or they have the yard line wrong, but almost every time I look up, it's wrong. This time 3rd down and 10. Don't want to bring back a bad memory, but on the last long 3rd down, it was a 72-yard touchdown to Ty Jones, so they got to make sure they cover up Jones right here. That's him going up to the top of your screen. And it looks like Spencer Siemens is going to draw him, but they're in man coverage on the outside there. Actually, now Siemens drops off and Ebling picks him up. But that leaves the middle wide open, and that's going to be a Provo first down. Tavita Ika. Tavita Ika with the catch, and Ty Jones drawing so much attention right there as 2 defenders had to basically pick him up, and Tavita Ika was wide open as Provo converts another big 3rd down. We're down to 5 minutes to go. I did not in a million years think the Corner Canyon Chargers would be shut out right now, but they trail 14-0. I knew Provo, their offense was tough, but I was not expecting them to do well defensively. As here is Tavita Ika in big trouble. Caden Wright coming around the end, and Caden Wright with a big tackle, and that's going to be a big loss. Caden Wright leads the Chargers in tackles for loss. So add another one right there on that great play. Ball's going to be marked at the 47-yard line. Looks like it'll be 2nd and about 17. I'm looking down at Spencer Jorgensen. He is Provo is a little bit slow getting the play in, but here they come.
Your donation.
Now down to 4 minutes in the first half. Almost hoping for a turnover or just a big play out of the Chargers right here. And miscommunication big time right there. Spencer Jorgensen was looking deep. Ty Jones cut off his route, and the ball was thrown over his head by maybe 30 yards. So Ty Jones looked open temporarily, but he looked and saw a deep safety, so he cut off his route, and Jorgensen just chucked it up.
Snack Shack and get some hot chocolate for $2. Krispy Kreme for $1.
So it'll be 3rd and 17.
$2.
Right now, these 3rd and longs have been the Chargers' Achilles heel. They've got to make a stop. And there's a little bit more pressure, but pass is going to be complete. Short of the first down.
Pass is complete.
Let's see, they're going to mark it at the 38-yard line, so it's going to be 4th down and 2, and I will just about guarantee they're going to go for it. Although they're running on the punt team. I got to be honest, the way they're moving the football right here, there is no way on this planet I'd be punting. In fact, Provo's going to take a timeout. I hope their coach didn't hear me say that. I'm kidding, of course, but 3:20 to go here in the first half. Provo 14, Corner Canyon 0. Welcome back to Provo High School, and Provo is going to go for it. I was shocked when they were running their punt team out because the way they've been moving the football, it's only 4th and 2. Why would you punt it? So they took a timeout to fix it, and here goes Provo, and they're going to roll him out. Nobody open right now. Oh, he came back to the football, and they're going to convert it. That was a beautiful job by Kelton Bertonini. He's the guy who just dropped that long pass a minute ago. And Bertonini,
first down.
Man, I'll tell you what, the Chargers secondary had that play completely covered, and then Bertonini just coming back to the quarterback. Spencer Jorgensen found him, and they're going to move the chains for a first down. And I'll tell you what, you do not want to go down 21-0 right here if you're the Chargers. And here's a run on the outside.
Around the left side, the pitch to Ika. Ladies and gentlemen, if you
Tavita Ika with about an 8-yard pickup, it's going to be 2nd and 2.
If you're parked near the bus, please move your car.
Boy, it's a rough half for the Chargers right now. Trailing 14-0, and Provo knocking on the door for more. And it looks like we have an injury. I'm trying to see who that is on the field. Who is that down on the field? That was Mark Rockwood. Mark Rockwood was running off the field, turned to come back on the field, and then he just basically went down on his back. So I don't know what's going on. But that's Mark Rockwood down. We'll take an injury timeout, 2:56 to go. Provo leads by 2 touchdowns. We'll be back.
Drinked up.
Welcome back to Provo High, where the Chargers
Provo High football
face a 2nd and 3 here on defense. Provo been moving the football pretty much at will this whole first half, as Spencer Jorgensen has been picking the defense apart. He's going to look to throw it again and now run. And Jorgensen with room up the middle. Jorgensen all the way down. He's going to score a touchdown.
Jorgensen on the keeper.
So Jorgensen didn't look like he wanted to run, but he had so much room right there. He stepped up in the pocket and then just weaved through the middle of the defense and was able to run it all the way down for a 21-yard touchdown. And the Chargers in big trouble here as they now trail 20-0. And he missed the extra point, so we're going to keep it at 20. 2:47 to go. Chargers in big trouble right now. They'll receive here in just a minute. Provo 20, Corner Canyon 0. And we're back at Provo High School, where the Bulldogs lead 20-0 following the missed extra point. And the Chargers receiving the kickoff here. Room to run up the middle, and Peyton Richards brought down at the 29. Good run back by Peyton Richards.
Tackle by number 4, Tanner Dearden.
And I don't want to understate this, but the Chargers are in big-time trouble. They need to put points on the board and fast. Trailing 20-0. Again, earlier I was saying I didn't expect us to be shut out. I thought it would be more of a shootout because I knew both offenses were potent. But right now the Chargers offense has been unable to score a single point, and we're down to the last 2:42 of the first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as they are 72 yards away from the end zone. Zach Wilson going to have to tuck it and pick up maybe 3 yards. Good coverage by the secondary for Provo. Looking downfield, and I mean, there was nobody open.
At the 31.
McCray Morgan with good coverage down there on Hayden Borg. Johnston was open, but only because when Wilson ran it, they came up. And there's a nice pass, but they're going to say Colton Lawson was out of bounds.
Incomplete.
So that's the second catch on the sideline that's been called out of bounds for the Chargers. And that'll now bring up 3rd down and 7. I don't really know what to say right now. I'm absolutely stunned at our inability to move the football. As Zach Wilson, I mean, off of David Grostic there, he just dropped it. And now the Chargers are going to have to punt the football.
Incomplete.
Chargers will receive the opening, or the second half kick. I was hoping they'd be able to put points on the board so that they could cut this lead, and then when they receive the second half kickoff, get back into this. But right now, they're going to kick it off with still 2:09 to go, and with that offense of Provo moving the ball the way they have been, this could be trouble for the Chargers. Back deep for Provo, they have Tavita Ika. We've said his name numerous times tonight. And Ika is going to field it on about the 25-yard line. And nice block there by the, I'm trying to see who that was. I think it was Ty Jones. Put on a nice block against Spencer Siemens.
Ika brings the ball back up the left side. Provo High takes over 1st down.
Tavita Ika brings it out to the 38, so Provo leading 20-0 will have the football in pretty good field position. Well, right now the Charger D needs to force a turnover or get some sort of a defensive big time play here to ignite everybody. They're just flat right now. And here's a QB draw right up the gut. Brought down by Dylan Grange and Dylan Roberts. It'll be second down and about 7. Provo Bulldogs are out of timeouts here. 1:35 to go. Provo does not look like they're in any hurry. If I were Provo, I would be trying to put more points on the board right now. Provo has had a couple of big leads this year and blown it. And in fact, they are going to throw to a wide open wide receiver. And he almost broke it. Tavita Ika once again.
Pass is complete.
Tavita Ika and Ty Jones just shredding this Charger defense right now. He was wide open right there.
License plate, Utah license plate D.
It's going to be first and 10 at the 25-yard line. Clock will run down to 1:15. And Chargers, the defense has got to step up right here. You cannot give up another touchdown.
Plate X252 NK.
20-0 right now. Here's Jorgensen looking deep, and this one's going to be picked off, just the play the Chargers needed. And that's Ty Gonzalez.
Another car, Subaru.
It looked to me like Spencer Jorgensen just chucked it up. There was really nobody in the area there, but he threw it deep, and Ty Gonzalez was deep there and just picked it off. Ball was severely underthrown right there.
A Toyota Silver 158, Utah plate 158.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a big defensive play because they were in danger of going down 4 touchdowns. And my gosh, I wish this announcer would quit talking about these dang cars needing to be towed because it's right up here by us. And the Chargers look like they're going to be content to go to the locker room as Jason Adams picks up about 3 yards. We'll see what they do here. Only 25 seconds to go. And they are going to throw it, but it's going to be quick. Colton Lawson with the grab. Chargers do pick up a first down up at about the 31-yard line. Only 12 seconds to go here in the first half. Chargers with all 3 timeouts, but really not interested in trying to take a chance here. Wilson tries to rush him up to the line, but my guess is they're not even going to run a play, and if they do, this will be the last play of the half. And they do. Wilson under pressure, having to roll outside, and pass is going to be incomplete. That's the way the half will end. First half all Bulldogs. Provo 20, Corner Canyon 0. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for the second half. second half at Provo High School. Chargers trailing 20-0. They will receive the opening kickoff here in the second half. And the Chargers' first half, to summarize in one word, would be disaster. As they're going to take the ball over on the first down and 10.
Jorgensen's end zone will come out on the 20.
Trying to adjust my sound there. That's a little bit better. So Chargers will take over first and 10 and desperately need to put some points on the board to get back in this football game. They're definitely capable of doing it. Chargers can strike in big, quick ways. But really, I mean, they had a couple of opportunities to score there in the first half. And one of them, Zach Wilson threw an interception.
Revere Health Orthopedics.
So we'll see what they do to adjust in the second half here. As Zach Wilson looks across the middle and just off the fingertips of Colton Lawson. That play looked strangely about the way we played the whole first half. So hopefully we've got a little bit more in our tank than what we just saw on that first play. Chargers really just need to chip away here. There's no reason to panic. I mean, there's a sense of a panic in a sense that you're down 20-0, but just chip away here. If they could put a touchdown on the board, it could change the whole complexion of the game. As Zach Wilson faces now second down and 10. And over the middle to Hayden Borg. Borg with about an 18-yard pickup. And we'll see if that gets this Charger offense going. Nice job by Hayden Borg as he just creeped over across the middle there. He was lined up in the slot and really just did about a 5-yard slant and was wide open as he went straight up the middle of the field after the catch. As we have another Life Flight helicopter taking off. Crazy spot here right across the hospital. As Zach Wilson looking off to the right. He's got a man wide open. That's Johnston. And Johnston brought down at the 37-yard line. There is a great start here after that first pass. Chargers looking alive here on those last two plays. They mark it at the 38. So first and 10, 38-yard line. Two straight completions by Zach Wilson. And that's going to be a false start. Started just a little bit too early there. They're trying to run Hayden Borg in motion. And Hayden Borg was ready to take off around the sideline there, but they called a false start. It'll be first and 15. Chargers looking like they're just going to throw the ball over the middle. There's a lot of space there. I wouldn't be surprised if they ran Zach Wilson out of the pocket a little bit too. Although right here, nice little dump off pass and a nice move on the outside. Chargers going to pick up a first down. Ty Gonzalez with a nifty move down the sideline right there. They rolled Grostic in motion, and Zach Wilson looked left, then came back to the right and found Ty Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a nice movement around the 38-yard line where he went outside the defender, went up the sideline, and able to get the ball down to the 24. Charger first down, 10:40 to go, and this is exactly what the Chargers need, is to just chip away here as Hayden Borg brought down in the backfield. Nothing doing right there. That was a nice tackle by number 45, Matthew Hernandez. Hernandez with looked like it might have been the same exact play they ran on the pen. But there was nothing there for Hayden Borg. Here's Wilson with a play-action fake, and over the middle, pass incomplete. Thrown off of the right hand of Jacob Johnston, and that'll bring up a third down and 12 here. Well, big third down here for the Chargers. They desperately need some points on the board, having been shut out the 40.
Provo High takes over on their 40. Check that. Corner Canyon's 40.
So a tough break there for the Chargers. Spencer will take over possession here of the second. We know we have some sound. We're trying to fix them here for you. Hopefully a little bit better there. Spencer Jorgensen with a pretty solid first half. Had 2 touchdown passes and 1 running as he's going to look deep to Ty Jones. Jones brings it in, and Ty Jones under double coverage right there still brings it in at the 21-yard line. And just like that, from pretty good field position to turn over, and now Provo on the 21-yard line in a position to score. Man, I'll tell you what, that was a gigantic swing right there. So nice Charger play there on defense. I think we've got our mic issues fixed. Sorry about that. We has a little bit of static interference there. I think we're able to fix it. So Charger D needing to come up big right now because they are in danger of going down 4 touchdowns for the second time. Last time forcing an interception for a turnover right before the half. And right now you're seeing a little bit more pressure from the Charger D, but a nice job by the quarterback getting rid of the football. Spencer Jorgensen was under heavy pressure, was able to get rid of it. Danilo Artolano caught it and able to get back some of that yardage that they lost. And now it'll be 3rd down. Ball marked at the 21-yard line, so back where we started, it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Brings up 3rd down from the 20 and 10.
Big 3rd down play here. Keep an eye on Ty Jones. He's been a disaster for the Charger defense on 3rd down. As nice job there, Sean Stockwell bringing down Spencer Jorgensen for a sack. And the Charger defense just desperately needed that big play right there. Jorgensen was looking to his left, which is where Ty Jones was. And big play by Sean Stockwell coming right up the middle and getting the sack, and it's going to force a punt by Provo. Wow, that's the second time they've averted a disaster of going down by 4 touchdowns. As Hayden Borg kind of runs back to field the punt, Provo's just going to kick it out of the end zone, and they're more than happy to put the Chargers at the 20. So 7:53 to go here. Chargers trailing 20-0. We'll see if they can get something going here. We'll keep it here and see what the Chargers are going to do. They're huddled up over there on the sideline. Well, while we've got a free second, Hayden Borg's grandfather watching. Grandpa Denny, happy birthday. I know Hayden's glad that you're watching, but we want to wish you a happy birthday, and we're glad that you're able to join us tonight. Hopefully the Chargers can get back in this, although that's not the way they're going to do it, as Zach Wilson is brought down on the 8-yard line. They've got to get Zach Wilson out of the pocket. I mean, he's just under constant pressure right now.
Tackle by Tolutau.
$7:15 to go here in the third. Chargers trailing 20-0. Zach Wilson with a nice pass outside and a nice move there. And he's still on his feet. That's Colton Lawson. He's going to pick up a 1st down. What a fantastic move right there, splitting a couple of defenders. And I actually take it back, that was Hayden Borg. So Hayden Borg delivering for Grandpa Denny on his birthday. Nice job. Sorry, sometimes it's hard to see if it's Colton or Hayden on those catches. 8 and 9 look very similar, but that was a fantastic move by Hayden Borg. And the Chargers have life again as David Grostic over the middle with room to run brings it down to the 48-yard line of Provo. And here we go, 2 plays later. Chargers have moved the ball about 40 yards. Again, yards mean nothing. They got to put points on the board.
Provo High would also like to thank Farmers Insurance and Kai.
We found out some scores at halftime. Timpview was up 42-0 on Mountain View, and that was still in the first half. Zach Wilson at the sideline. He's got a man, and this time it's going to be a catch by Colton Lawson at the 20-yard line.
Pass is complete.
They've had a couple of those on the sideline that have been called incomplete, but Colton Lawson able to bring that one in, and we'll call that one a 28-yard gain. What a great pass by Zach Wilson over 2 defenders, and Colton Lawson bringing that in. So we'll call it the red zone here at the 20. Chargers need to put some points on the board, and right now moving the football. That's 3 straight plays of big yardage as Zach Wilson gets rid of the football. And Jacob Johnston run out of bounds at the 12. That's a gain of 8. And I like what the Chargers are doing right here, moving that football. Second and 2, still 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Plenty of time to get back in this, but you got to put points on the board. And here's a timeout going to be called by Provo, I believe. Yep, it is. So timeout Provo. Chargers knocking on the door. We'll be back. Welcome back to Provo High School after the Provo timeout. Chargers facing 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line, trailing 20-0 as Zach Wilson looks to the right, has a man, and it's pass complete. I think that's Colton Lawson again down to the 5-yard line. And that'll be a first down for the Chargers. It'll be 1st and goal. And I'll tell you, they absolutely cannot afford to not come away with points on this drive.
Brings up 1st and goal on the 5.
We'll see what the Chargers can do. And a nice run up the middle, brought down at about the 1.5-yard line. That was Ty Gonzalez. Still 6:25 to go. I don't know why they're not running the clock right now. They're still not running the clock. The referee's down there winding his arm. Now 2 referees. There they go. They finally start the clock. I think the clock keeper fell asleep down there. Sorry, tongue twister right there apparently. Big play here. Chargers need to score. They're going to sneak it up the middle. And I think he did get in. We'll see what the referee says. That is a touchdown for the Chargers. Zach Wilson just taking the snap and barreling over his big offensive line and went right over the top of Mark De La Cruz for a Charger touchdown. So big play there for the Chargers. They desperately needed to get some points. And I'll tell you, what a couple of huge swings. Chargers were driving. They had the turnover. Then Provo strikes back quickly. And then they had the big sack by Sean Stockwell. And just like that, we now have a football game. So 6:07 to go here in the third quarter. Corner Canyon trailing 20-7. We'll be back.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back to Provo High School, where the Chargers have finally hit the end zone and now trail 20-7
Back to receive
on a 2-yard QB keeper by Zach Wilson, able to get back in this ball game.
And number 4, Dearden.
They'll kick it off. We'll recap the scoring here since apparently we have a break. I don't know what's going on. But in the first quarter, Ty Jones hauled in a 51-yard touchdown. That made it 7-0 for Provo. In the second quarter, Ty Jones on a big 3rd and 24 play was able to get behind the Charger defenders for a 72-yard touchdown. That made it 14-0. And then towards the end of the half with 2:47 to go in the second quarter, Spencer Jorgensen had a 21-yard QB run up the middle. They missed the extra point, so it was 20-0. And now here in the third quarter, Zach Wilson, halfway through the third, has scored for the Chargers, so it is now 20-7, and that's where we stand here, pending the kickoff. Not sure what's going on. The officials over there huddling with Coach Eck and one of his assistants. Yeah, I mean, are they just looking for a football or what? I don't know what's going on over there. For Zach Wilson, that was his 5th rushing touchdown on the season. And again, we talked earlier, Easton Peterson out for the season. We want to wish him well, hopefully that he will have a speedy recovery, as Mark De La Cruz has taken over at center. So Zach Wilson just took it right behind him, and it's made it 20-7. So we're finally ready to kick this ball off as Connor Ebling kicks it up and deep. And tonight that ball carrying really well for the kickers.
The kick goes into the end zone.
As the ball goes into the end zone, Tavita Ika fielded it on the R of Provo, but well into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, 1st and 10 Provo. And Provo had a big opportunity to put this game away on that last possession. And that sack by Sean Stockwell, absolutely huge for the Chargers, changing momentum. And the Chargers have a little bit of life right now. We'll see if they can capitalize. And this Charger defense really needs to step up right now. We've seen Sean Stockwell. We need to see Caden Wright and Mikey Petty really put some pressure on this quarterback. And we need that secondary to step up and defend Ty Jones, because Ty Jones has just been murderous tonight. Big, tough receiver. As here is a quarterback keeper, and he's got some room to run. And Connor Ebling's going to have to be the guy to run him down. Nice cutback, and Connor Ebling's going to still have to run him down. And he misses the tackle. It's going to be a touchdown. Spencer Jorgensen, 80-yard touchdown after the touchback. Unbelievable. Wow, I'm just at a loss for words right now. Spencer Jorgensen, 80-yard touchdown, and that entire drive by the Charger offense nullified in one play, pending the point after. It's now 26-7. And the point after good. 5:51 to go, third quarter. Provo 27, Chargers 7.
5:51.
And we're back at Provo High School after the 80-yard touchdown run by Spencer Jorgensen. Spencer Jorgensen now with 2 touchdown runs, well over 100 yards rushing on the ground. He's their quarterback. Of course, Ty Jones with the 2 early touchdowns, so each of them with a pair of touchdowns, and Provo leads 27-7 as Blake Armas fields the kick, and he's in big trouble already. And he broke a couple of tackles, and I'll tell you what, Blake Armas was lucky to get out of the 1 and 2 yard line area there and brought the ball back out to the 13, or actually they're going to spot it at the 14. But that ball just died on the bounce right there, and Armas had a hard time running it down.
The 14-yard line, first down.
And I'm going to say the Chargers are dang lucky right now that they don't have the ball on the 1 yard line. I'll tell you, psychologically demoralizing when you take the ball 5-6 plays down the field, chip away, get back into the game, and then in one play, their quarterback takes it to pay dirt. Looked like Connor Ebling was going to be able to run him down, and then he made a fantastic cutback as Adam Chandler hauls one in at the 37-yard line. Great catch by Chandler.
Pass is complete, first down.
And the Chargers doing some damage over the middle themselves. Looks like we have an injured Provo Bulldog down on the play. And they're going to take an injury timeout, so we'll be back. 5:37 to go. Provo Bulldogs 27, Corner Canyon Chargers 7. At Provo High School, injured player there during the timeout was Danilo Ortolano. He was able to walk off under his own power, so that's a good sign. And I'm looking down at him on the sideline. He looks like he is going to be okay. He's kind of a little bit gimp coming off the field, but he was able to walk off on his own. And the Chargers will take over. That was a great play by Adam Chandler. They'll have the ball at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Again, trailing 27-7. Zach Wilson in trouble. That's going to be a hold. I'm a little surprised they're not rolling him out of the pocket because he has been under a lot of pressure.
In the backfield. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget pizza combos, hot dog combos, now only $3.
I'm certain it's going to be a hold because it looked like they held up the defender, and it's exactly what it's going to be.
Dozen donuts, $9.
And it'll be a spot foul, so they'll probably mark that ball at the 23-yard line, and they do. Man, tough break. That's a 14-yard penalty, so it'll be 1st down and 24. Although the Chargers have been able to pick up some big plays, they could get back in it. But you just got to do a little at a time. Don't go for the home run ball. Just maybe go over the middle again. I just think you got to get Zach Wilson out of that pocket as much as possible right now. And this time they're going to do a QB draw. He's got room to run. And Zach Wilson out to the 30, cuts it back and gets back past the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 9. 15-yard run by Zach Wilson. And I didn't like the way his head hit the turf right there. Hopefully that as he went down on the tackle, his head kind of flipped back, but he looks like he's okay. It'll be 2nd down and 9 here. 4.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Chargers trailing by 3 touchdowns. As Wilson unloads to Jason Adams, Adams tries to cut back inside, but not much doing there. He maybe picked up a yard or two. So it's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Krispy Kreme and churros.
I'll tell you what, I've never in my life known Lifeline to be as busy as they've been tonight. This is the 3rd helicopter landing in this football game across the street. So not a good night out in the state of Utah. As the 3rd, it's the 3rd helicopter landing right here. Chargers needing to convert this 3rd down and 7. Zach Wilson rolling out, nobody open, so he's going to have to keep it and run out of bounds short of the 1st down. And it's going to be kind of decision time. I think they'll still kick, but we're running out of time. 3:27 to go in the 3rd quarter, but it's 4th down and 7, so too long of a distance to go for it. Chargers are going to punt here. Oh, good deep kick right there. Well over the receiver, and in fact takes a Charger bounce, and Mikey Petty down there. Oh, that beautiful, beautiful roll down to the half-yard line. Oh, I thought he was going to call a touchback. Mikey Petty was standing on the half-yard line. The ball rolled right to him, and I was a little concerned that maybe Mikey Petty had the ball or had his feet in the end zone when he touched it, but he was able to. He turned his feet so they stayed on the field when he touched it, and you can see him standing there at the end. He was holding the ball there at the half-yard line. Well, the Charger defense has their hands full. One thing that you don't want to have happen here is allow them to strike deep over the top to Ty Jones. Because right now you're assuming it'll be a run play or a QB draw, but I would not be at all surprised if they didn't air one out over the top to their hired gun. Ty Jones, I don't see him actually on the field right now. Yeah, they're just trying to get some breathing room, so they QB sneak it.
The pile moves forward for about a 1-yard gain.
And I'm trying to figure out where Ty Jones is right now. I don't see him down there. I'll let you know if I find him, but it's going to be 2nd down and 9. They were able to get the ball out to about the 1.5, 2-yard line. Spencer Jorgensen looking over to the sideline for the call. That might be Ty Jones up at the top of the screen. Provo's going to take a timeout, so 2:32 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Provo 27, Corner Canyon 7. And welcome back to Provo High School after the timeout. They've got 4 wide receivers here on 2nd down and 9 out of their end zone. And, Sean Stockwell with a big hit in the end zone. But Ty Jones coming up big for Provo, catching the ball at about the 10-yard line. Oh, my goodness, Sean Stockwell. And that's actually not Ty Jones. That's Tavita Ika. I don't see Ty Jones down there. So I wonder if he's hurt or something's wrong. But, my goodness, Sean Stockwell laid an absolute whipping on the quarterback there. And they were lucky to complete that ball out to the 9-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 2. So I have finally located Ty Jones. He is on the sideline. I wonder if he's hurt. So 3rd and 2 wide open is Tavita Ika. I mean, it was nobody even near him. Ika spinning down the sideline now, cutting it back in the middle, and finally brought down at midfield. And I don't see any flags, although I do see the referee with the white hat. Oh, he's jogging down, so there's not going to be a penalty. Man, he was wide open.
Provo High gets a 1st down on the 49.
It's very frustrating. It was 3rd and 2. That would have been a big stop for the Chargers. Instead, it's a 1st and 10. Provo out of the 49-yard line in Charger territory, and Tavita Ika comes up big. He hasn't scored a touchdown tonight, but he has an awful lot of yards, and he's made some big plays for the Provo Bulldogs. As we are now under 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Here's a keeper around the outside, and a nice chunk of yardage there. That's Spencer Jorgensen.
Around the left side, Jorgensen with the keeper.
I mean, I'll lay it out for you here. If the Chargers go on to lose this football game, they will be tied with Provo in the standings. Provo goes at Timpanogos, and after seeing Timpanogos earlier this year, they're awful. So I would expect that Provo would win, and then the Chargers host Alta, and that, of course, is a rivalry game, but that would be a game they would have to win in order to get the state tournament, assuming that Provo won. And nice play out of the backfield right there. Cooge coming in big, showing his quickness. And boy, do the Chargers need that defensive play. That was 2nd and 2. So let's see, that's going to be 3rd and 15. 13-yard loss. Good job by Cooge coming up big. Cooge had 11 tackles last week, and that was a career high for him as he was all over the place at Timpview, and he comes up big here as Provo again taking their time trying to get a play in. Down under 1 minute here. Chargers have been able to get pressure on the quarterback a couple of times here in the 3rd quarter, and they're bringing a blitz. Dylan Roberts up the middle, and there's a sack, and the ball got loose, it looked like, or actually, no, Provo had it. I was just watching Golden Jensen. Looked like he got cheap shot right there.
Brings up 4th down.
So big time play there for the Charger defense. Golden Jensen kind of got cheap shot there. Looks like Provo will have to punt. There's 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. Unless we'll see what that might be a delay of game. I don't know what's going on. The penalty is going to, it's a false start.
By a churro.
So
hot chocolate free.
That'll bring up now 4th and 20.
And hot dogs $1 until they're gone.
Actually, it's more like 4th and 23. Again, I'm looking at the score clock. That guy has not been updating it all night. And that will be the end of the 3rd quarter because they'll run the clock. Well, it's now or never for the Chargers. They are trailing 27-7 as we head to the 4th quarter. We'll be back. Welcome back to Provo High School, where the Bulldogs will have to punt the football here. And the Chargers, this is it right here, fourth quarter. It's do or die time, as they bring heavy pressure on the kick. Nice high kick, and fielded and fumbled, and oh my goodness.
The ball's on the ground.
Provo, I believe, got the football. How many times have we seen that this year? And the fumbled punt.
Bulldog ball.
Oh man, that's a killer. Provo's going to take it over at the 27. This whole night has been a disaster for Corner Canyon, and that just added to the misery. $11:52 to go here in the ball game, and that was probably a backbreaker for the Chargers. Now you put that pressure back on their defense. And there's a rare running play, but I think they're going to be whistled for a false start. Provo has not run a running play like that pretty much the whole night. Tavita Ika, they've definitely gone to Ika, but it's been more in the form of throwing the football. And I don't have the official stats, but I would love to know how many yards Jones, Jorgensen, and Ika have tonight, because they have pretty much run roughshod all over this Charger defense tonight, unfortunately. And it looks like Ty Jones is back in the game. He's the receiver up at the top of your screen. I don't have any idea why he was on the sideline that last series, because he was on his feet, didn't look like he was hurt. And here's another pass by Provo. That was pass incomplete. Dylan Roberts was in heavy pursuit. And Ty Gonzalez and Dalton Hagan were back there defending along with Cooge.
So buy a donut, get a hot chocolate free. Buy a churro, get a hot chocolate free. Hot dogs are only $1. And
Ty Gonzalez was the closest defender on the play, so really he was the one defending it, but there was about 3 Chargers. The ball was underthrown, and I think Spencer Jorgensen, I think he was just getting rid of the football because he was under heavy pressure and wanted to keep it so that it was 2nd and 15. Ty Jones now at the bottom of your screen. Wouldn't be surprised to see them throw to him. And nice pressure, but Jorgensen eludes it, and he's able to pick up about 8 yards. So the Chargers were in quickly, and then Jorgensen with a nice job of stepping up in the pressure and just running the football. And I'm trying to see where they spotted it. It looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 7. Here in the fourth quarter, Chargers trailing by 20. And the Provo fans have already started the "I believe that we will win" chant with still 11 minutes to go here in the ball game. I'd love to see that come back to haunt them. Here's Jorgensen on 3rd and 7, and he pitches it out, and it's going to be a halfback pass, wide open, and there's another touchdown by Ty Jones. 27-yard touchdown.
Razzle dazzle. The pass is complete from Ika to Jones. Touchdown.
So that one's probably going to do it. Chargers now trailing by 26 points. Provo capitalizing on the turnover and a little trickery there on 3rd down. Ty Jones comes up big with another 3rd down reception. And the point after is good. 10:52 to go here from Provo High. Provo 34, Corner Canyon 7.
Your Bulldog.
And we're back at Provo High School, where Provo will kick off. Spencer Jorgensen with the kickoff duties, also their quarterback. And he has a strong foot, as you can see, kicks it well into the end zone there.
Into the end zone for a touchback. First down on the 20.
Chargers will take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, trailing 34-7. Ty Jones now with 3 touchdowns. First quarter had a touchdown of 51 yards, second quarter 72 yards, and now in the fourth quarter 27-yard touchdown. So Jones with 3 touchdowns. That's exactly what he had last year at Corner Canyon. And I'll tell you, this kid's a big-time wide receiver in the state of Utah. He's the best one I've seen so far this year. As the Chargers complete the pass, a flag comes in late. See what they call here, but that was Colton Lawson on the reception. I don't know if maybe he got their face mask or something. It looked, Lawson's head kind of snapped back a little bit weird. I don't know if that's what they're going to call or not. That's exactly what it was. So it's a personal foul face mask. I was just watching Lawson's head, and it kind of did a weird snap, like it would have to have been a face mask. Let's see, ball marked out at the 42. So 1st and 10 Chargers here at the 42. And Jason Adams, they'll probably give him forward progress on that up to the 39, but a loss of 3.
Tackle for a loss.
Bring up 2nd and 13.
7, LaSalle.
You'll notice the Provo High Bulldogs, many of their players wearing pink. At halftime, they actually did a really cool tribute to some of the women that have, 2 women that have breast cancer, one of them stage 4. And they read an email from her. It was really cool. As over the top, Colton Lawson brings it in, and he's brought down out of bounds at about the 28-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds.
Started to say that they did a really nice tribute to cancer, and obviously they're wearing pink, but one of the emails they read was talking about how one of the little boys at home wears pink every day for his mom because she has stage 4 breast cancer, and the mom had written the letter to Provo High School just saying how cool it was that they were thinking of her during this game. So a nice tribute to her. As the Chargers on 1st down here, Zach Wilson having to roll out and still under heavy pressure. He's going to unload the ball here and almost picked up, and then it's caught by Johnston for a Charger touchdown. That ball was almost intercepted. The ball came over the top, and Johnston able to haul it in for a Charger touchdown. Zach Wilson let that ball go from about the 36-yard line. The ball was almost intercepted by McCray Morgan, and somehow the ball landed in Jacob Johnston's arms for a touchdown. So the Chargers, even though a little sloppy there, they'll take it. 34-13 now. And the point after good. So 9:45 to go here in the ball game. Provo 34, Corner Canyon 14. And we're back at Provo High School. Number 23, Nick Stoddard back to receiver, and the Chargers attempting an onside kick. Provo doing a good job of bringing that one in up at midfield. And then a flag comes in late. One of the Charger players laying flat on his back right there. And I don't know if that would have been a late hit or what, but they may be calling that on Corner Canyon. I'm trying to see the official point at, he like did a hold and then a face mask and then he pointed at Corner Canyon. I don't know where they got that from. Well, we'll see what the official call is here. Coach Eck out on the field questioning whatever it is they were saying. I was confused myself because they did like 3 calls. So it's going to be against Corner Canyon. Coach Eck following the official of there asking what in the world they saw there.
Provo High, first down.
Well, good job by their hands team of recovering the football. And then after the 15-yard penalty, they'll take over at the 36-yard line, leading 34-14. Looked like a bad snap to Jorgensen, or maybe it was just a high snap, but he was able to corral it in, but lost 3 yards on the play. So it'll be second down and 13 for Provo. Ball marked at the 38-yard line. So actually, yeah, that is a loss of 3. Clock running down to 9:15 to go in the ball game. This will really be the last grasp for the Charger D. They've got to get a stop here. As for the 4th time Lifelight is taking off. This has been a busy night over here. Wow. Pass incomplete, intended for Ty Jones. It'll be 3rd and 12. Provo doing most of their damage on 3rd downs tonight, and Ty Jones with a couple of touchdown grabs on 3rd. But this is pretty much it. It's now or never right here. Chargers got to get a defensive stop if they have any prayer whatsoever of winning this football game. Of course, the odds are grim right now, trailing by 20 with under 9 minutes to go. Here's a deep pass incomplete, but it's going to be pass interference as Blake Emery had an arm around the intended receiver there. We'll wait for the official call, but I am certain it will be pass interference. And it is, so it'll be another first down on a 3rd and long. I mean, they've converted on several tonight.
Please help the PTA out.
That 3rd and long has just been a very tough down for the Charger defense tonight. Been giving up a lot of big plays. And the ball will be marked at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Here's another QB keeper around the outside, and a nice run up the sideline there. That was Spencer Jorgensen again.
Around the right side.
Jorgensen has had a big game of total offense. He's done it through the air and on his legs. He's well over 100 yards rushing, and that was solidified when he had an 80-yard touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Picked up 10 more there, so 1st and 10 here at the 12-yard line. And back to pass under pressure. This time, oh, they miss him again. I was going to say this time they get him. And Spencer Jorgensen having, I mean,
down to about
he's having a pretty good game. I don't want to say the game of his life because I haven't seen him play, but man, he has had a lot of big plays. Second down and 3 at the 5-yard line here. Clock ticking down to almost 8 minutes. Here's a pitch out. And no gain on the play there. Good defense. In fact, that was actually a loss of maybe a yard or two. Tavita Ika. And it'll be third down and about, we'll say 5, because they've got to get down to the 2-yard line. We'll see what Provo does here. The clock is stopped right now because he went out of bounds. So third down here again. They actually marked the ball at the 8, so it's third down and 6. And it looks like it's going to be fourth now. Good job there by Dylan Roberts bringing down the quarterback. Jorgensen with yet another keeper.
Short of the first down.
And we'll see if Provo decides to try a field goal here. With a 20-point lead, a field goal would make it 23. That's what I would do right now, but I don't know what their personnel is like as far as kicking. There's also a chance they could go for it. They're calling Spencer Jorgensen over to the sideline to talk about what they're going to do here. Coach Tony McGeary, the old Lone Peak coach, now down at Provo High. Looks like they're probably just going to take a timeout here. There's no play clock, so I don't have any idea, but they're going to take a delay of game. Thought they might call a timeout there. So maybe the delay of game gives them a little bit better angle for the field goal. And that's exactly what they're going to do here. Ball spotted at the 12, so this will be approximately a 30-yard field goal depending on where the holder holds the ball. And he's actually marked down at the 18, so it'll be a 28-yard field goal attempt. I would back up that. Yeah, he did. He backed up a yard, so now he was at the 18, which would have been too short, and it would have been a higher percentage of a block. But this will be a 29-yard field goal. And the kick is up. It's definitely got the leg, and it is good. So that is Braden Lavelle, the kicker, with the field goal. It is now 37-14. 6:50 to go in the ball game. It's all Provo. We'll be back. We're back at Provo High School for the last 6:50 of the ball game. Provo leading 37-14. I'll tell you what, Spencer Jorgensen, the quarterback, has one heck of a leg. He's kicked every single kickoff halfway into the end zone. Pretty good athlete. He has shown the Chargers what he's made of tonight, as he has done it from the air and on the ground. And, of course, his leg is unbelievable kicking. So pretty good athlete. We'll see what the Chargers can do here. 6:50 to go, trailing by 23. Chargers with four wide receivers. There's David Grostic over the middle. That's a gain of 10, so that'll be a first down. And then a late hit actually knocked Grostic's helmet off.
Tackle by number 45.
You're going to be able to tack on another 15 to that.
On the play.
I think it was number 45, but Grostic's helmet came off. I think a lot of it, the way he came down, I think his helmet was loose, but his helmet came completely off. So he had to run off the field to get his helmet fixed. But a 15-yard penalty puts the Chargers up at the 45-yard line. It'll be first and 10. 10-yard gain there by Grostic plus the penalty. Here's Zach Wilson in trouble, rolling out and overthrowing Hayden Borg. Actually, I was watching Hayden Borg, but the pass was caught by Colton Lawson. That was a strange play. It looked like he was throwing it short, but it was actually, you can see Hayden Borg did a little bit of a hook, and he did a button hook pattern and then came back and had to roll to his right. And the ball was thrown, I thought, to Hayden Borg, but Colton Lawson behind him able to bring it in. And another quick slant across the middle intended for Adam Chandler. And another penalty on Provo. They're doing some cheap stuff here. Joey Tolutau is going to be whistled for a 15-yarder, hitting the quarterback after the play. It was pretty minor contact there. I'm a little surprised they threw a flag if that's in fact what they call. Oh, they call it against Corner Canyon. Well, then I have no idea what they called. I thought they called it on Tolutau, and I was saying, it was pretty ticky-tack because I didn't think he did anything really. I mean, he did tap Wilson after the throw, but it was nothing cheap or dirty about it. So whatever it was, I missed. As Wilson gets rid of it quickly again, and this time up to midfield is Colton Lawson once again.
Tackle by number 4, Dearden.
Let's see, they'll mark it at the 49-yard line of Provo. Be second down and 14. 6:03 to go and counting. Chargers trailing by 23. And I don't think anybody from Corner Canyon expected this tonight. As the pass complete outside, nice move. And that'll be a Charger first down. Once again, Colton Lawson.
Pass is complete. First down.
Colton Lawson's got to be over 100 yards receiving tonight. He's had a pretty good game. No touchdowns, a little bit of a surprise there. He still needs 1 to tie the single-season touchdown record and 2 to break it. As Zach Wilson pump fakes and then runs the football. He's got a little bit of room to run, and then he's brought out of bounds at the 14-yard line. But that should be another Charger first down to the 14. And they are going to move the chains here, I believe. Yep, there they go. 5.5 to go. This time the clock will stop because he was out of bounds. If you're the Chargers and you score, you are going to have to go for 2. As Jacob Johnston with a touchdown grab, his second of the game, and that's a 14-yard touchdown. At the 5:34 mark here in the fourth. We'll see, they should go for 2 here. Well, actually, no, because you're down by 17. So you want to keep it a 2-touchdown game here by getting the extra point. So that is the right call by the Chargers. Point after is good, so that does keep it at the 16-point mark. 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point extra point conversions. I hope I said that right. But anyway, 5:34 to go here in the ball game. Provo 37, Corner Canyon 21. We'll be back. Welcome back to Provo High, where the Chargers look like they're lined up for an onside kick. Provo with the Good Hands team over on the top side of your field. They can see Ty Jones right in the middle of it as Connor Ebling set to kick off the onside kick. Takes a nice bounce up in the air, and the Chargers have a chance to get that one. Ball got bounced loose. I think they might have got that. We'll see who came up with it. Nah, Provo got it. Dang it. The ball, when it takes that second hop, the ball does come up off the turf really hard. And one of the Charger players was able to get a hand on it and knock the ball backwards. And somehow Provo got back on it at the 39-yard line. Tough break there. Chargers could have made that interesting. .5:30 to go here. Chargers still with 3 timeouts. And there's a run up the middle that they have not done all night long. Nice tackle by Dylan Grange. It'll be second down, and I mean, it was, we'll say second and 11. It was maybe a loss of a half of a yard. As one of the players for Provo injured, you can see number 33, Danilo Ortolano. He's already been hurt once tonight, and he's having to be helped off the field right here as he's limping. Doesn't look like they'll take an injury timeout. He is trying to come off the field. 5:13 to go. They'll wind the clock here as soon as Danilo is off the field. This game has been really, really tough if you're a Charger fan as they trail 37-21 here. And here's going to be a hold. Trying to throw it outside. Dylan Roberts coming in with Caden Wright on pressure there. And there's going to be a definite hold. Chargers are going to decline it, so it'll be third down and just over 10 yards. The nemesis for this Charger D all night is third and long. Situations you want to be in, but Provo has come up big time on third and long all night long. So we'll see if the Charger D can stop Spencer Jorgensen here. Just under 5 minutes to go. Chargers could get the ball back here if they can stop Provo. And ball goes through the arms of Tavita Ika. We have not seen that all night long. And it'll be fourth down. Provo will have to punt. Chargers down by 16, so that is really 2 touchdowns if they can convert twice on 2-point conversions. And the Charger offense has looked better. They've had a little bit of luck on the 1 touchdown, but they have looked a little bit better here in the second half. Obviously scoring 21 points as opposed to nothing in the first half. And a late fair catch there by Blake Armas, so Chargers will take over. It looks like about the 21-yard line.
Number 24 with the fair catch. They take over on the 21.
Armas had a little bit of room to run, but there were 3 Provo defenders coming right down his throat, so probably just as well they'll take over at the 22-yard line, or excuse me, the 21-yard line. Zach Wilson with a couple of touchdown passes tonight. He also has one on the ground, as there is a nice first down completion. So I think, well, yeah, that's a gain of 12. Or 11, excuse me. Adam Chandler on the reception. They'll move the chains. 1st and 10 Chargers. Running out of time, though. Just a little over 4.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. And here's Johnston with another catch. And he's going to be brought down at about the 48-yard line. I'm surprised they didn't throw a flag. Tavita Ika came diving in late. And you could see Johnston come up kind of like with his hand out, like, why are you not throwing a flag? I guess no harm, no foul. So Chargers ball at the 48. And is Provo going to take their final timeout? They are. 4:21 to go here in the game. Chargers with the football, trailing 37-21. We'll be back. And we're back here after the timeout. Provo out of timeouts now. Chargers still with 3 timeouts. Zach Wilson 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line here. And he's going to have to run the football. Nowhere to go. Brought down for a 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 12. A little bit of extracurricular activity down there on the field. I don't know why they're using a timeout on that.
Timeout.
That's a tough loss there because you burn a timeout. And with 4:12 to go, I guess basically you're banking on having to score and get an onside kick. It's too bad. I was hoping they'd be able to hold those 3 timeouts and put some points on the board because then they could have made it real interesting. But it'll be 2nd and 12, 4:12 to go in the ball game. And tonight, just to recap everything, Ty Jones with 3 touchdowns for Provo. He scored from 51, 72, and 27 yards out. Spencer Jorgensen with an 80-yard touchdown run. Chargers cut the lead to 20-7 mid-third quarter. And on the very next play from scrimmage, Spencer Jorgensen with an 80-yard touchdown run. That was really the backbreaker of this entire game. Any chance of the Chargers getting back into this thing were pretty much squashed on that run. Although, they're only down 16 here. If they could score, almost picked off. I was going to say, if they could score and make it interesting.
Nearly picked off.
Ball intended for Hayden Borg. Once the ball got tipped up in the air, Hayden got knocked down.
Down and 12.
But you can take the receiver out once the ball's tipped. And there's another whistle. It's 3rd and 12. Oh, they put the ball in the wrong spot. So they had it on the 47. Should have been the 46. 3rd and 12 here for the Chargers. They've got to convert this thing to stay alive. And that should be pass interference, and will be. He was all over him right there. That's number 4, Tanner Dearden. And his hands were all over the wide receiver right there. That'll be a 1st down for the Chargers after they make the official call. Colton Lawson just got up and walked back to the huddle. He knew what the call was going to be. After the penalty, they will mark it on the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 Chargers. Again, 4:04 to play. I've seen stranger things happen. Of course, I've seen stranger things happen to us, not for us. I'd love to see that change. As Zach Wilson having to be flushed out of the pocket again and having to run for his life out of bounds. He does get out of bounds. One of our linemen got drilled right there. And Coach Eck is livid right now. He is all over the official. Oh, that was a terrible hit. Unbelievable. How did they not throw a flag on the play right there? Number 60, Brandon Williams is 60 for their team. For us, Dylan Robson got completely rocked right there, and it looked like it was a block in the back. And he got completely laid out, and there was no flag on the play. And Coach Eck defending his player, rightfully so. And you can see one of the Corner Canyon coaches on the field going nuts. Wow, this is a complete meltdown right now. There's no question that Dylan Robson got completely laid out, but one of the Corner Canyon coaches is going nuts on the field right now. And a good job by some of the other assistants for Corner Canyon getting the team back off the field. I'm just going to tell you right now, Dylan Robson he was turned sideways and got completely rocked from behind. And the fact that they did not call a penalty on that is absolutely asinine. Coach Eck still fired up. I don't know how many penalties they're going to call on Corner Canyon, but I'll tell you right now, the man in the white hat missed the one that mattered, and that was Dylan Robson, who got rocked and is now on the field hurt. The worst part of what just happened is Dylan Robson was 5 to 10 yards behind the play. Good job by the Provo coaches down below me. They're keeping their guys off the field. Corner Canyon is livid right now. Dylan Robson able to walk off the field, so thank goodness he's okay. But I'm just telling you, he got completely annihilated from behind. Yeah, that's too bad. Problem is, now you got 3:56 to go, and there's still a lot of things that could happen. Yeah, that's too bad. Zach Wilson was just basically rolling out. He was almost out of bounds when the hit occurred. So after the penalty, I don't know what the situation is, but Zach Wilson over the middle, pass incomplete, flags all over the place. And I count 7 Provo jerseys in the middle of the field there. I don't know who in the world the penalty's on. It's kind of an ugly feel right now to this game after that. I'm hearing all the Provo fans below us. I mean, there's just random parents yelling out on the field. This thing's gotten ugly in a real hurry. And now a penalty on Provo will mark it up to the 38 on pass interference. Now on pass interference, is that not an automatic first? I guess not in high school, so it'll be 2nd down and 9. Now the parents are cheering. Zach Wilson, pass complete to Jacob Johnston. Johnston's had a really good game tonight for the Chargers. He's trying to keep him in it right now, and that's another first down grab for the Chargers. Still 3:41 to go. Well, I'll tell you, I'm not sure which coach it was, but one of the Corner Canyon coaches was absolutely going nuts on. He was out on the Bulldog yelling at the Provo sideline on that play, and fortunately it looks like things have calmed down a little bit now. As Zach Wilson, that's going to be a hold. So everything that happens, nice run by Zach Wilson, but it's coming back, and that's too bad because Wilson got into the end zone.
Flag on the play.
And it's going to come back here, I am certain. Too bad. That was a really nice run by Zach Wilson, but it was aided by a hold. It was definitely a hold, so good call by the official. Ball marked at the 42-yard line. Chargers need to get down to the 15, so it's going to be 1st and 27. Chargers have 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen, 1 at the bottom, and Wilson looking left. Again, under pressure, having to tuck it and run. And Wilson, with a little bit of room, brought down at the 34. That was a great tackle by Tavita Ika. Ika going both ways here for the Provo Bulldogs, and the Chargers.
Number 7 from behind.
Are they taking a timeout? And I apologize. That was Tasi Lesa. That was number 7, not number 9. I mean, it would have to be a Charger timeout. Provo doesn't have any. 3:17 to go. Provo 37, Corner Canyon 21. We'll be back. Welcome back to Provo High School here. 3:20 to play. Chargers have used 2 of their timeouts. They have 1 remaining, trailing 37-21. As Zach Wilson complete to Colton Lawson on that one. Down to, well, they're going to mark it at the 24, it looks like. Chargers need to get down to the 15, so it's going to be 3rd and 9. Obviously 4-down territory here for the Chargers. Ball marked at the 24, so that is right. It will be 3rd down and 9 as they need to get to the 15-yard line for a first. Again, the guy who's been the big go-to guy for the Chargers tonight in the end zone has been Jacob Johnston. Zach Wilson under pressure unloads and just throws the ball out of bounds. The nearest receiver was Colton Lawson. Ball went way over his head, so really it was just Zach Wilson getting rid of the football. And now it's going to be 4th and 9, so the ball game on the line right here. What little chances the Chargers have of coming back really hinge on one play right here as they have to convert. Chargers with only one timeout left would be unable to stop the clock more than once.
4th and 10.
Big play right here, 4th and 9. And the ball thrown to the corner, not even close to Colton Lawson, so that'll be turnover on downs.
Pass is incomplete. Provo takes over on downs.
Provo will take over here, and they'll just have to wrap this thing up with 3:02 to play. Right now, you just want to try to get out of here without anybody getting hurt or anything cheap after what happened earlier. A lot of emotions on that play, so you want to try to keep them in check here because you still got a game on Wednesday. You don't want to lose any players to an ejection, especially with Alta coming to town on Wednesday night. Again, the game will be Wednesday because of UEA. And just want to let you guys know we will not be streaming that game because it will be on KJazz, and we are unable to stream it because they have the rights to the game. And there's a fumble, and the Chargers have it. So just when you think they're buried, Caden Wright comes up with the fumble. And my goodness, if you're Provo right now, that is the absolute last thing you wanted to have happen, as this thing was basically sewn up, and now you give the Chargers life with just under 3 minutes. I'm shocked right now. I can't believe that just happened. I mean, the feel of the game was, defeat, but the Chargers still have a little bit of life left in them. As I was saying, and I know a lot of our fans out there that would like to follow the streams, KJazz has the rights to the game, so we're basically locked out of our own home game, which stinks. And I don't know if you're able to stream KJazz or not from where you're at. We have a lot of people from out of state that like to watch the games as Zach Wilson runs out of bounds at the 15. Still got some Provo parents down below me yelling. Of course, it's senior night here at Provo, so I know this is a big night for a lot of parents. They want to see their senior boys go out with a win here. And it would also give Provo a good opportunity to sneak into the state tournament. Of course, still games pending. Corner Canyon and Alta, and of course we mentioned Provo at Timpanogos. Nice play by David Grostic up the middle. That's going to be another first down, and I think he's brought down about the 3-yard line. Chargers need to hustle up. Really, it's going to come down to if they can score here, they got to convert the 2-point conversion and then recover an onside kick. So there's still an awful lot of work to do as Zach Wilson kills the clock. Saw number 99 for Provo, Kalen Robertson, he was still firing through the line there on defense even when Zach Wilson killed the clock, so he's still playing hard. That'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Again, like I said, the Chargers need a series of about 5 things to go their way here in order to be able to come back in this football game. But the first one you got to do is score a touchdown. As Wilson has a wide open receiver, that'll be a touchdown. And I think that's Hayden Borg. Hayden Borg with the touchdown reception. As we mentioned earlier, it's his grandpa's birthday today, so that one's for you, Grandpa, on the Hayden Borg touchdown. And they have to go for 2. I don't know what the referee's even asking right now. Still 2:33 to go. But down by 10, they have to convert this to even have a chance. And that one's going to be incomplete. So Wilson underthrew it. It was trying to come back to Adam Chandler across the field. So now you're in a situation where you've got to recover 2 onside kicks instead of just 1. I just got word that the San Diego Chargers lead the Denver Broncos 21-13, and Denver just recovered an onside kick with 30 seconds to go in that game. So we'll see if that magic can carry over to Corner Canyon, although they need a series of magic tricks at this point to be able to pull this one out. Of course, remember the last onside kick, it got that, you really want to get that second bounce down because the first one just kind of is a dull bounce, but when it hits that second bounce about 8 yards down, the ball kicks up into the air, and that's where you really have a chance to recover. Last time the Chargers almost got that bounce, and there's the second bounce there, and look, it came off the player, and the Chargers have recovered it. So the Denver Bronco mojo comes up positive for the Chargers, and it's just too bad that they did not convert that 2-point conversion because, oh my goodness, there would be some very nervous fans right now. I don't know what the flag's going to be. I think it's going to be against Provo.
Corner Canyon recovers. Penalty on the play.
Yeah, so they're going to march off 15 more on top of the recovery. Chargers still with a little bit of life here.
15 yards against Provo.
Ah, man, how big is that 2-point conversion right now? That's huge. And, you know, Zach Wilson, they were trying to run a misdirection. He actually had him, but just as he turned against his body, threw it back across his body and was just short. I thought for a second that Chandler was going to be able to bring it in, but the ball hit the turf. Wilson needs to get rid of it. He throws deep down the middle and pass incomplete. Good defense there, throwing into a double team.
Players, but incomplete.
Jacob Johnston down there. They were trying to split the double coverage down deep. Zach Wilson just let it fly from about the 45-yard line. And into 2 defenders. Pretty good D by Provo. It'll be 2nd down and 10. You don't have to go for the home run ball. I mean, you can go 10, 15 yards a crack. The safeties are about 20 yards deep right now, and actually they come up to about 15. But they're dropping back quick, so you can throw underneath, and that's exactly what they do. As Adam Chandler with a nice move to get outside, and he's run out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
Pass is complete. First down.
The Chargers need 10 points. And they got out of bounds there. You almost might even start considering kicking a field goal. Oh, that's exactly what they're going to do. I was just starting to think, like, you know, you've still got 2:14 to go. If they could kick this field goal, and that, of course, this is a 40-yard attempt, I probably would have gone one more play down the field. Connor Ebling's capable of kicking it. I mean, if he converts this field goal, you've still got over 2 minutes to go. And he missed it. Like I said, I mean, a 40-yard field goal right there. Still,
incomplete.
At the high school level, a 40-yard field goal is very, very tough. I think I would have gone maybe one more play of 10 to 15 yards. But I mean, I like the thinking. I just think you needed to be just a little bit closer. In high school football, where the clock stops on a pass completion, they had the clock stop because he ran out of bounds, so they could have run another play. Provo's been giving up chunks of yards all night. So it's funny, my brain started thinking that way, like you almost need that field goal. It's too, like I said, too bad they didn't convert the 2-point conversion because that would have changed everything. But now you're basically in a situation where they're just going to kill the clock, and there's going to be too much time go off the clock. It'll be second down, 2 minutes to go. Chargers are not going to burn that timeout. Down to 140 still. Provo taking their sweet time as they should. See, this whole situation would be very different right now if it was a one-possession game. But missing that field goal pretty much puts the Chargers in a terrible situation as Stockwell jumps on top there. Well, one thing, if you're Provo, Spencer Jorgensen just took a big hit right there. If you're going to QB draw him and he's going to take a beating, you've still got another game you got to win next week to get in the state tournament. So you don't want to lose him. Corner Canyon's going to let the clock run, and then they'll use that last timeout after this next play. So here's where they'll take that timeout. Now, if you're Corner Canyon, you don't just get a penalty here.
The middle.
A couple of guys jostling down there. Why are they not calling timeout? So they waited till 28 seconds. It should have been an immediate timeout unless they put time back on the clock. I mean, you knew you were going to call timeout right there.
Fourth down, 28 seconds to go.
Chargers will burn the last timeout. So at this point, they needed either the two-point conversion or that field goal. Had that field goal gone in and then the Chargers were getting the ball back, this would have been very interesting. But down by 10, it's going to be next to impossible for them to score. I think I'd just put one punt guy back, returner back, and I'd bring 10 on the line and go for you got to go for the block punt right here. It's the only chance you have. Because any series of any other plays is going to eat up too much time. So you almost got to try to score on this play or block it and get a field goal. Mikey Petty has had, he's had at least 4 punts this year that he's almost blocked. I know he had a touchdown in our first game off of a block punt. They're going to put one guy back. I think it's Blake Armas that's back. I'll have to double check that. I can't see his number. But 31 seconds to go here. They did put a little bit of time back on the clock. And there's a flag. Armas fields it out the 33. And he's going to try to come back across the field and brought down now at the 47. Saw number 29, Brad Finley, lay a couple of nice sticking. He had the guy on the field right now got hit by Finley. I thought Finley actually hit 2 guys. There was 2 guys that went down and then Finley just walked off. But I'm not sure which guy he hit. So it looks like the Chargers are going to make him re-kick. That punt took 13 seconds. Seriously? So if you're Provo, who cares? You just ran 13 seconds off the clock. At this point, I would probably bring all 11 on the line, but they're going to keep Armas back. Provo's short, trying to get rid of the ball quick. And, almost blocked. It's going to be running into the kicker. That's really what you have to do.
Field on about the 48. Flags on the field.
Now, funny enough, there's a flag. I know there's going to be a running into the kicker penalty, but I believe there's going to also be one against Provo on the reception there by Armas. Boy, I tell you, Corner Canyon came just about 2 inches away from blocking that kick. So they called 2 penalties? What?
Both penalties against Canada.
What was the penalty on Blake Armas?
Provo gets the ball.
Well, that'll be the ball game. They called a penalty on Blake Armas. I don't know. I have no idea if even if he fair caught it, all he did is run up and catch it. The only thing I could think of is that they say he called a fair catch and then tried to run, but that would not be true because he fielded the punt diving at the 50. But it doesn't really matter. The other penalty was running into the kicker. And Provo will put a knee on this thing, and that'll be it for the Chargers. Again, Corner Canyon will host Alta as the Corner Canyon line just completely flies through the middle. Dylan Roberts, in fact, one of the coaches running onto the field. And that was pretty much the ball game, and there's going to be it'll be a personal foul, but they'll probably just run the clock off. Yeah, they're going to say run the clock. So Corner Canyon will be taking on Alta on Wednesday night. Again, KJazz will be showing that game, so we will not be streaming it. Final score here from Provo. Provo 37, Corner Canyon 27. Good night.